All right. Salakia. Just trying to pull up I if the stream's good, brother, let me know. If y'all can hear me, just say good in the comment, Bubba Kashaw. But first and foremost, I give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Raquah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, GMS, like-minded brothers. Peace, citation, blessing, Akim, labor is truth. Shalom, hopeful elect. And what I'm getting into is, moving in the spirit. I'm going to start with Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 12. And just, go from there. So Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson. But this is Wisdom of Solomon 1, chapter 12. All right, that's good. Wisdom of Solomon 1, chapter 12. Seek not death in the error of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands. For the Most High made not death, neither had he pleasure in destruction of the living. For he created all things that it might have their being, and the generations of the world were healthful, and there is no poison or destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth. Verse 15, for righteousness is immortal. Verse 16, but ungodly men with their works and words called it to them. For when they thought to have it their friend, they consumed to naught and made a covenant with it, because they are worthy to take part with it. They made a covenant with death, So that's why it's telling, verse 12, seek not death, And how do you seek not death? You return to the Heavenly Father, Let me pull up a precept real quick. Baruch chapter 4, verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Verse 29. For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. So, we're suffering right now. It's just that's part of it. But we're called to this truth. We're returning to the Most High, and being returned, we were supposed to seek him 10 times more. And I went into this before, and I know brothers have, but it's just, when we was out in the world, not in this truth, just going off, if it was smoking weed, rolling blunt, chasing women, on that paper chase, whatever, we let that consume us, But coming into this truth, this truth, we had to be consumed by this living water, by this light, rather than the darkness of this world, I'm gonna get that again. Baruch chapter 4, verse 29. For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. Verse 30. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. 31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall. Right now, the wicked who are in rule, they're oppressing. I think that's in the next chapter, maybe. Let me see. I'll find it. If I can spell. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 2, chapter 2, verse 10. So back to Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 2. I'll get to verse 10 here in a minute, but I'm gonna read on through, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. So this is the ungodly speaking, their mindset. They realize that this current life, it's quick, it's short and tedious, and with the ungodly, they lack faith. So they don't believe that any man returned from the grave. And we know Yahweh Shai was resurrected through faith. Verse 2. For we, again, it's ungodly mindset, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air, and our name shall be forgotten in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. Verse 6. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. For this is our portion, and our lot is this. In verse 10, let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. And just for edification's sake, let's get this word feeble. Feeble is looks like kashal. Well, I don't really say much there. It says to be feeble, but it says basically weak. You know, they oppress the weak, they oppress the poor. Why? Because it's in their power to do so. You know, Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of wicked. You know, he covered the faces thereof, not wearing who is he. And, you know, through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Kwakadash, you know, putting the spirit on the elders, you know, GMS and like-minded brothers, you know, we have this wisdom and knowledge and understanding, you know, unlocked through the spirit. And, you know, like, you know, if you see the world for how it is and you hear this truth, like for me, man, it made perfect sense. You know what I mean? There's like, it's once you hear it, and, you know, Lord willing, we're the hopeful number. But once you hear this truth and you accept it, and like nothing else makes sense. You know what I mean? I can't really explain it, right? But y'all brothers, y'all know what I mean. So this is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, which that was the wicked do. They set these snares and traps. They, you know, they oppress the righteous, the poor and righteous man. Verse 12. Therefore, let us wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. You know, because right now the earth is given to the hand of wicked. So if you're righteous, you know, that's contrary to the wicked, right? And you know, their spirit, something in their spirit, they know, you know what I mean? Just like, you know, brothers have spiritual discernment, and you know, we the spirit be on us to feel, you know, wickedness or evil or, you know, demons or whatever it may be. You know, even before I come to truth, the Lord blessed me with that spiritual discernment. You know, I found myself in a couple you know, tight little jams where it felt like, you know, if the Lord didn't put that spirit on me to, you know, get going, I probably would have got going, you know, in a in a bad way. You know what I mean? Just, hey, but all praises, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Kwakadash, because back to the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean, contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. 13. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calls himself a child of the Lord. You know, and that's what brothers do. You know, brothers in this truth. You know, once we get woke to this truth, you know, that's our mindset, man. We're you know, Hebrew Israelites. You know what I mean? The true Jews, and we understand that, you know, the fake Jews, the Jewish. You know, it is what it is. You know, Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9. You know what I mean? They do lie. You know, John chapter 8, verse 44. You know, they are their father, the devil, and they're gonna do like him. You know, roughly paraphrasing. But back to it. Verse 14, he was made to reprove our thoughts. You know, we we us brothers who are, trying to perform the righteous acts, to best of our ability, we're in this truth. We see a brother, messing up, and what Proverbs 27:5 is it? Open rebuke is better than secret love. We rebuke, because that is that's love, man. But what was verse 15? He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. See, right now, brothers, in this truth, we call this truth. That's what we're doing. We are separating ourselves from this world, from this wicked ass world, Let me get a precept for that real quick. First John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. So, back to Wisdom Solomon 2, 2 verse, 16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He is abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. The ways of this world is filthiness. We are being, through the power of Yahweh Bashim Kwakadash, called to this truth and getting this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And we are separating from filthiness, from this wicked world, to the best of our ability. It's a battle with this flesh, on a daily. But what Philippians chapter 4, verse 12, all things is possible through Mashiach who strengthens me. These Satan's job is to tempt. These demons are to tempt us. This world is a trial, But we got the armor. We got Ephesians chapter 6, 6:10 through what? 16, 17. Let's see. Yeah. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. Having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt up about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fire darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. So we got the armor, we got the sword, we got a way out, through Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. In this in a wicked ass world full of lies and deceit. These devils, that's their job, deceive. But let's say they ain't gonna deceive the elect, This is the only truth in this whole world. You know what I mean? back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse, I'll get verse 16 again. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed. And that's what we're saying, through the promise, Yahweh Shai, through the promise of Yahweh Shai, the end of the just is going to be blessed. The end of the wicked is going to be death and destruction. Woe to the wicked. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. 17, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things did they imagine and were deceived. That's the mindset of these devils today, man. They gonna bite off more than they can chew, and time gonna come. Yahweh Shai, he gonna get it going. Verse 21, such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. These devils is blinded by their own wickedness. You get a couple precepts on that. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3 and 4. If I don't get let's see if I can get this one real quick. Yeah, Romans chapter 11. I'm gonna start verse 7. What then? Israel had not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath attained it, and the rest were blinded. Verse 8, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Verse 9, and David saith, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. Let's get this world always diapentos. Slock if I pronounce that right. G1275. But what's that word again? Hold on, let me try it. Always. It says constantly, always, continually. So again, let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back always. 11, I say then, had they stumbled, that they shall fall? Most High forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is coming to the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. That point was verses 7 through 10 though. So get back here. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. Verse 19. Slock, I already got that one. No, I'll go ahead and get it. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness have blinded them. As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. For Most High created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. So again, back at chapter 1, verse 12, seek not death in the era of your life. Pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands. So, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Slock, make sure I don't butcher that home. Isaiah 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So, now more than ever, in the times we're coming into, this wisdom and knowledge is going to be what separates the boys from the men. You know what I mean? Because if you had this wisdom and knowledge, you understand you understand these prophecies to come, then that's all increasing your faith. When things really start going bad out here and brothers in the know, we're building up that faith. When stuff really start going bad, we're Lord willing, how about you put that spirit on us, to make it to the end. What's the hour of temptation? Revelation 3:10. Revelation 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I'll also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And we're supposed to hold this wisdom, because at the end of the day, what do we have? What it say, Romans 8:6, to be carnally minded. I get it. Romans chapter 8, I'll start verse 5. I'll start verse I'll start at verse 2. For the law, the spirit of life in Hamashiach Yahushua had made me free from the law of sin and death. Through that sacrifice, Yahushua, we are, in a grace period. We are going to be by this word, but we're washed, through the blood of Yahushua. All praise Yahushua. Lord, when we are that hopeful number. But continue on. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sent his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemned sin in the flesh, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after flesh, but after the Spirit. That's brothers, coming to this truth, trying to be more kingdom minded, more spiritually minded, because it's this flesh. It have you just not knowing up from down, left from right. You know what I mean? Just like brothers say, lost in the sauce. Verse I think I get verse 4. That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. You know? So, man, it's got to be spiritually minded, you know? And, you know, how you do that? You hearken to this word, you know? You hasten the coming of Yahweh Shai. You know, we don't really care what's taking place in this world right now, this current age right now, you know, just kind of going through the motions, you know, waiting on the what is to come, you know, 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 16. Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? You know? And that man, that's a heavy precept right there. Because it's here and now, this is carnal. What's to come is spiritual. So, you know, Lord willing, with that hopeful number, Shalom all. Yahal Bashim Yahashai, Bashim Kwakadash, Brakatha, you know, Akum, Akwa. Let's see. What's I get into now? See if I got anything else here. Oh, this is good. This is a pretty heavy little precept right here. Because I know, you know, a lot of it's just natural, you know, kind of instinctive, you know, to see the fall of our enemy. You know what say? Was it Ecclesiastes 25:7? Let me see if that's it. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 25:7. There be 9 things which I had judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I'll utter my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. So that's gonna be a blessing, you know, to see the fall of our enemy. But I'm gonna get this real quick, you know. Proverbs chapter 24. We'll start at verse 14. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be unto thy soul. When thou hast found it, then there shall be a reward, and thy expectation shall not be cut off. Lie not wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Spoil not his resting place. For a just man falls 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Rejoice not when thy enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth, lest the Lord Yahweh see it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. You know, fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked. So, you know, hey, Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua in control. Isaiah 45:7, Deuteronomy 32, 39, is it? You know? Yeah. Let me get that. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill, and I make alive, I wound not heal, neither is there any that can deliver out my hand. Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, hey, the Lord's in control, So, what say again? Rejoice not when thy enemy falleth, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth. Lest the Lord, how about shall see it and displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. So we understand, through the power of how about at the end of the day, the wicked they're gonna get that their recompense. They gonna catch it. You know what I mean? So, we just had to let it play out. Let it play out for what it is, and long suffer, and just keep the faith. But like let's see. I'll get a couple more here. Proverbs 24:21. My son, fear thou the Lord, Yahweh, Bashem Yahshua, and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. For their calamities shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both? These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. He that said unto the wicked, thou art righteous, him shall the people curse, nations shall abhor him. I'm going to drop down verse 29. Say not, I will do so to him as he had done to me. I will render to the man according to his work. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, hey, they're gonna bring down the judgment where it's due. So we being watchmen, being in this light, we are to do what we do, and try to wake up the elect. That's our job. Lord, when we're at a hopeful number. Let me see. I was gonna get and we are condemning the wicked, through starting with the elders on down, through these scriptures, breaking it down, and just revealing the wicked for who they are and what they do, and that's condemning them, with the word, through the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, Bashem Kwakadash. So we ain't out here getting physical. We might laugh. We see Edomite or whoever catching some hell. Like, yeah, that's that's our last story. We catching hell. We might laugh and what it say though, man. Don't let me get it again. Proverbs 24:17, rejoice not when thy enemy falls, and let not thy heart be glad when he stumbleth, lest the Lord see it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. So at the end of the day, we got to think like, man, we blessed, we humble to know this truth, to be called to this truth. Lord, we're that hopeful number. So at the end of the day, we're blessed and we're humble to understand this and to have that hope, in this faith, to be the hopeful elect. And then you got people out here, the other nations, the wicked, they just off, you know what I mean? So if anything, we turn a blind eye to them, just hey, Lord, he gonna render his judgment. That's that. Let's see, I was trying to get 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Hey, Shalom up, brother GMS Australia. Yeah, I've been I have my phone. I try to go live, out and about. But it's an S7. The battery gets hot, man. I put it up on my little camera stand I made. Man, it like 5 minutes and the battery was overheating. I try to go live again. I didn't realize what was happening. I tried to just get on the camera, and it's like the battery's too hot. It wouldn't let me. But I got this little laptop. I need to find me a little camera. I ain't really done the research on a good camera. I don't know what but hey, Lord, when I get it, man. If anything, I take my laptop, set it out somewhere. It seemed pretty. It seemed Con, Satan always hindering. Hey, but I was over at the river on my last live stream, and it cut off, and I realized it, and I was like, man, the battery's too hot. I started putting all my stuff away and walking off, and here come the old security on their little golf cart, because they told me once before they don't let you do no religious stuff up there, you know what I mean? But I took my two sons up there to the little skate park, I'm like, man, I'll just creep on down here where no one's at. But I'll be dang, I'm down there for 10 minutes, homeless guy there sleeping on the bench. Whatever, a couple people walk by, but they already done had security on me, man. They seen the Bible in my hand. Like, God, man. But I just go to tell you, you can have some Transformers down there. You can have fucking old Joe, Sleepy Joe down there fucking talking about little girls. And they all applauding that shit. But as soon as they see, a brother with the Bible, here comes security. God damn. That's sick. But that's what it is, man. This is a vexing ass place. Yeah, Satan always hindering, man. Just every way he can. But hey, that's part of it. Eventually it's gonna be Amos 8 verse 11. They're gonna be a famine of the word. But hey, then when that prophecy comes, then we're gonna know. Let seal. Lord will, like brother said, Lord will, we're that hopeful number. Because brother, some of the brothers over here in Babylon, Lord will, we're the hopeful number. Because woo, this place is gonna get lit up, man. God. Hey, it's needed though. Let's say Numbers 30, 33, 35. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. All right, so this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But at times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord, Yahweh Bashan so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So we see everything that's been happening, man. And like brothers say, a lot of prophecies, just been popping off. You got uproars of the people, a lot of earthquakes, there's a lot of stuff going on. But after this last year we had with all this bullshit, C9er crap, and now everything's opening back up. So it's another way of them saying, peace and safety. You know what I mean? We just, brothers, we just gotta stay circumspect and just really, be on the watch, because, man, these devils, obviously they're up to something, because they ain't ever pushed no juice upon the whole world, So this, man, we in them times, you know what I mean? And this is just like brothers say, it's leading. It's the precursor to the Revelation 13:16, because they're trying to hit everybody up, everybody in the whole world, trying to hit everybody up. So, and what say, Revelation 13:16, he calls us all. He calls us all to receive that charagma, and how. And causes, was when you break down that word causes, and it goes into make ready, and how you make people ready. What they're doing right now, they're hitting everybody with that juice, the whole world. They don't even care about the whole world. They go and bomb countries, you know what I mean? Fucking, like, man. Oh, but now they care. They care about hitting them up with this juice. You know what I mean? Man, come on now. But hey, not everybody gonna see it, And they gonna trust in their oppressor. They gonna Isaiah 31, verse 1. Isaiah 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because there are many, and horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yahweh Bashan. Let me see. I'll get a couple. This is 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. And what is all these devils saying? Trust the science. You know what I mean? Wow. Let me get this precept. I misspelled the word. Third time charm. Job chapter 13. I'm gonna start verse 1. Lo, mine eye has seen all this, my ear hath heard and understood it. So, all praise to Yahweh Kardash. We have eyes to see and ears to hear, just like Job, and, blessed with understanding. Verse 2, what ye know, the same do I know also. I am not inferior unto you. Surely I will speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with the Most High. Verse 4, but ye are forged of lies, your offices is of no value. Let's see. Back to First Thessalonians. I'm gonna get this. Brother got a precept over here. Ahab Amath Yasharallah, a man of Valor, Salakia, pronunciation ain't working good day. Ba, Amos chapter 5 verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Yeah, that's right. That's just the righteous are contrary to the wicked. And what it's saying, what I got the precept earlier, in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. For we are not Salakia. I'm trying to find that precept. Not for our yeah, here it is. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 verse 12. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. The wicked were not for their turn. This is their earth right now. So, all right, First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. So, if we call this truth, through the power of Yahweh, giving us eyes to see and ears to hear, I just got Job, then we're not in darkness, like rest of the world, the other nations, the wicked, 2/3, whatever. So we have to be very grateful, very blessed, humble, and yeah, man, just that's a big it's a big difference to understand, what is and what is to come, and be in this light, rather than to not have any understanding, not know the prophecies, not know, the word, how they don't have no wisdom, they're in total darkness, and then maybe you got some people who are off in these churches or these other religions or whatever, and they're being mislead. Blind leaders are blind. They both fall in the ditch. So yeah, at the end of the day, man, we're not in darkness. So Lord willing that Lord put that spirit on us. And we gonna withstand these evil times to come. Verse 5. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep. And you go into that word, sleep. It's kathiodo, but it says metaphor for it, to yield to sloth and sin, to be indifferent to one's salvation. So we're to be circumspect. We're to be aware. What 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, seeketh whom he may devour. Oh, let me get it. Yeah. Be sober. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. You go to that word sober, nepho. To be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit, to be temperate, dispassionate, circumspect. So, if to be sober, to be circumspect, to be sleep, not to be circumspect. Okay, a little simple breakdown right there. Some brothers like myself, I did good in school until I dropped out in the 10th grade. But hey, that's Esau's education. It never held me back. Lord blessed me, with some common sense, and with all the blessings I have, So all praise to Yahweh Shema Shah. All right, 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 6. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet, the hope of salvation. So at the end of the day, that's what we're gonna have to we're going to stay on this path, be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, for a helmet, the hope of salvation. That's part of this faith. We got that hope. What's saying 2nd Ezra 7. I got verse 16 earlier, but I'll get verse 18. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. Our hope is for salvation. Our hope is for mercy. For they that had done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide. So, at the end of the day, we're gonna have to keep this faith. Stay in this truth, because if you're in this truth, the spirit's winning. You don't want to let the flesh conquer the spirit, because what say spirit flee, or wisdom flee from malicious spirits. Something malicious. No, I can't spell. think it's was it Salakia? I think it's Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding and will not abide when unrighteousness come in. So, if we're spiritually minded and we're not letting the flesh overtake us, we're not, being unrighteous, then we'll be all right. But if we get to just falling out the truth or whatever, I would say again, for the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding and will not abide when righteousness come in. This is Second Timothy 2:22. Flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord Shai out of a pure heart. James chapter 4, verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. So, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up. We gotta resist the devil, man. Stay girded up in this truth. The whole armor. But hey, the water, all the Akim tune in. Lil Wynn's edifying lesson. And until next time, Shalom.